I'm hunting one down this morning. I'm trying to figure out how I want to come at it. Obviously I just posted up the helicopter hog hunting thing for military training. It's like we have a problem. It's obviously a national security issue for diseases, Texas farms, systems where we could both benefit from the training. Before we talk about the wastage, we could talk about the beneficial nature of training hog hunting like that. And well, you get helicopter training, gun training, and all are useful things that are real targets that are going to run around and do things, which is hard to find in nature. I mean, when you have a high quality problem like that, you want to benefit it the best you can. Of course, not allowing the military to take over for any law by the standards of things like legal precedence of waste not, want not for shooting game out of season, or in a regulated area where time dilation is given that variable to say
the Joe Rogan experience,
whether it is or it's not.
The pig
but like
thing,
I
I'm
said,
glad you brought that
it's
up, because
obviously
that is
cleanup
one
on the
thing
farm.
that I keep
it's their
hearing
property.
out here from folks.
I mean, but
that,
you walk in somebody's
there's
property
an
and say
attitude
that's
about
a
pigs,
fire
that they're
code violation for
they're
staff,
just
and you will eat
dirty
that ticket and
creatures,
pay it.
and
That's
they
what
kind
will
of just want
happen.
them dead.
And I just want you to
I've
fix
talked
that,
to people
because
that go
on the
helicopter
turn,
hunting,
like I said,
and
let's
I go, well, what do you do with all the pigs?
reevaluate the
They're like,
system.
you leave
And
them
of
there.
course,
And I'm like, what?
your main staff inside
Like,
of there
that
is going to
doesn't
be
seem-
military
that
personnel
seems
from
not
Texas
just wasteful,
running
but,
what it is.
well,
And like I said, I'm just taking that
you know,
away from the
I mean,
upper
there's a lot
stand
to
because
that.
they don't
You
have the
to,
property.
right? Because of the, you have to eradicate
They're hiring
a certain
in
amount
on
of
a
those
private
pigs, but
system.
isn't there, like, a lot of
They're
food
making
that
money
you're just
on
letting
it.
rot?
You have to take care of the
There is.
wastage. We
So,
use
I mean,
Elon's
this is
buying
the Pandora's
coastline
box
next to
topic
some
for
court
me.
case, and
I'm
Karen's
very
bitching
vested
about
in it. I just wrote a
all
book
that.
about
But what's
feral
really
hogs.
important is that
Steve Vernella,
spacecraft that is
come
still
full circle on
buried
that,
in the
he called
sand
me the hog
there.
apologist.
It's like you can't
and
do
it's
that.
true. But to your
You're gonna
point,
have to clean
I think
that up.
we'll start there with.
Let's find a way to make the money off of
feral
that.
hog.
Why
Let's explain the
did you
numbers
decide
certainly.
not
People need to know
to?
how fucking
I mean,
crazy
you
it is.
obviously
Yes.
said the code on this is go out there and
of
do
course
a
these
thing.
numbers
There's
are not
all the
gonna
prep
be
operation to
clearly
deal with the
defined.
safety.
It's hard to get a census on
when you
hogs.
got
So the
obviously
estimate,
Texas hot sun,
in the United States
anthrax is
around
going to be
6
floating
million.
around along with all
The
kinds of
estimate
nasty
here
things
in
on the
Texas
property,
is
which you're
between
sending
2
people
and
out there
4
to do.
million.
I mean,
So
they're not all
probably somewhere
helicopters.
in the
This is
middle
not
of
the
that, maybe
only
2.6.
standard for what
That's a
happens.
number that you'll see a lot.
However,
maybe
this
around
gets
3
into
million,
a little bit more of a
whatever.
deeper
So
subject.
literally
For me this
more than
morning,
the
again, I
entire
was
population of
from the
Boston
helicopter looking for
in
sets.
hogs,
Do I go the
spread
warrior
out
poet out here
around
talking
the
about
state.
surviving
And in
Biden's
the time we've been talking
administration?
about
Do we
them,
do the
you
three
know,
types
how
of
many a bunch
dangerous
more?
men
Point,
inside of there?
So
Because
they
it's
have
gonna
no
it's gonna
breeding
come off in a
season.
big time hurry.
They can breed at a very young age.
Obviously not.
Let's say 5 or 6 months
With a
is
machine gun.
very conceivable.
I mean, it's going to cut out
and
for
then they
training
have a
things,
gestation
your
period of
fear
3
and
months,
anxiety.
3
Maybe
weeks, 3
heights is
days.
what give it
And
to
then they
you,
can
and
drop
I
a
need you to
litter
be
of,
trained out there to.
always 3
I don't
days,
know.
they can
I don't know
plan
the
it out,
front.
yeah.
I don't. I have no clue. I can tell you,
like that.
this
The
is what
women
we
are
have
very jealous.
commonly.
Yeah.
This is what I can tell
All
you. But the
people can
aliens
burn
might
the
show up
women.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know,
time
who
to-
knows?
And
Bob
after
was
that,
leading them.
they're able to go back into estrus pretty quickly after that, and their litter size can be anywhere from 2 to 12. But let's just say it's even 6 is a lot. So you've got a.
I mean, the rabbit order is going to give you about
animal
tracking
dropping 6 babies.
rabbit tracks in the winter.
And they can do it 3 times a year.
I mean,
Well,
when you have
twice,
that kind of number,
the way that works
and
out.
we've
You've
tried to
got,
do
I think it's
something.
20.
We've out there
I want to say
with
26
helicopters
days
and
that they can
systems.
go back into estrus, something like that.
I mean, you
Might be
have to
23
ask,
days. I can't remember
what
the
was
number
the
right now.
lead up on this?
After
I mean,
they
I
get
can tell you
birth.
maybe it's a
And they're back in
hurricane, maybe
estrus.
it's a
And
pig
if they're
farm
living in an
getting
area
loose.
that's got a high population
But
of boars,
just for them
they're probably gonna
to,
get bred
with the
pretty quick.
expansion on people,
And so that's when you
to-
see this explosion.
I mean,
that's
every other
happening.
animal
So
species
they're
gets
not indigenous to this
encroachment
country, so they
of
came here in the
species.
mid-
How did this
1500s.
hog, it's something we use
Columbus
as food,
brought some to, just the
Get that
Caribbean
way.
Islands.
I mean, because
But
what
the
happens next
mainland
is you wind up
was-
taking out the
it's
pork
usually attributed
industry
to Hernando
because
de
it's
Soto,
easier
who
to
dropped
naturally
off
run
a
the
bunch
game.
of pigs on his way before he died in Arkansas.
It's a weird
and
subject
then there was
matter. I'm
some
trying
other,
not to be a Karen about it, but it's like
explorers that also
dandelions
brought
are
in
one
pigs,
of the best
Spanish
heart
explorers that brought in,
medication systems
domestic,
by the
semi-domestic
reduction
dogs,
process
dropped them off. So
of
what
how
we saw was
fast
this
you can
real
do it
slow
with
build
household
in pig
chemistry
populations.
systems
There's
that
also some Pacific
obviously at the
Islanders that dropped them
PhD
off in
level
Hawaii
and Huckabee's
way
cinnamon
before
pill
that.
for
So if you're talking
diabetes
about
is
technically
more
United
about
States,
Why did they drop him off in Hawaii?
figuring
It's
out
food
that
source.
case study.
No, when?
Because
When?
at that point in time,
it
I'd
was-
give him a
it was,
placebo like
I couldn't
cinnamon
give you a
pill,
number.
or I'd
It's way
create
previous to the
a
1500s.
system that
Wow, that's
seems
wild.
like a placebo,
so that's
but
a weird
actually
debate
has an
in
effect.
Hawaii, right? Because a lot of people are saying they're an
So again, when
invasive
we get
species,
into
and then some folks are like,
surviving
well, so are people.
a gradient
Sure,
or a
because if
lapicant
you think about it, the
for
hog's
an
been there as long
area,
as the people
this
almost.
becomes
There's going to be a lot of parallels.
every
Yeah.
rabbit in
there's
there. When
a
I'm
very,
talking about the rattlesnakes in the
destructive
area for
European
the
animal
predator
arrives on our
prey
shores.
pursuit
So,
algorithm in a helicopter,
and now there's a lot of
dealing
them.
with what is the
So,
E negative here.
You know, you've got these
Feynman
populations
diagrams. It would be the helicopter hog hunting.
throughout time,
People
but really
hunting
kind
out
of
of a
concentrated in the
helicopter.
late,
And of
you know,
course, M0 is
1900s, you know,
going
like
to
the
be
80s. And then you saw
survivable
people,
by any other standard.
you know, you've got
The
a
build
guy
up
that
in there,
loves to
you
hunt
know, we
on his
missed a
ranch in
step,
West
but
Texas.
you
He
know
says
that it's
to his
I'm
friend
in the
East
air and I
Texas,
made
like,
plate.
sure as hell, I'd
Why
like
did
to
still
be able
hit?
to shoot
Passed
something
through
out here
something,
year
missed
round.
one.
But
Maybe
in
not
East
the one
Texas,
you were
like,
looking
wow,
for,
man,
but
I
you'd
got
fill
some
in the
pigs.
gap.
And then, you know,
Right to bear arms freely,
Raw 20
assemble
gallon
inside of
oil
there
loop
any way
air
you wish.
compressor is ideal for the serious DIYer or the semi.
traps a couple, throws them on a trailer, and now
I mean,
you have
look,
253 out of
just
254
because
counties
you
in
have
Texas that hogs,
an abundance,
feral
it's like having a
Wow.
high
And
quality
they're
problem.
spreading
Like
all across the
I
country.
got all
too.
this
Yeah,
gold on my
there's
property
a
in
downward
Alaska.
migration from Saskatchewan.
Great, I
you know,
moved there, but I had
and those are
no clue
escaped
about
domestic
security
hogs.
defense
But,
stuff.
I mean, let's also define
You're
what a feral
begging
hog is.
for a
It's
problem.
It's a pig that's just on the wrong side of a fence.
Now
once
AUAX,
they
man,
get
that's
out,
pig,
that's a
Piggly
feral
Wiggly.
pig.
You
So,
know, on the numbers.
I like to say it's a domestic
mining,
pig, or
right?
A
You
feral
know,
hog
it's going to
is
get
just
to
pig
the point
without
where the
an address.
helicopters,
You
the
know, they just-
supermassive
as soon as
dredge,
they get out of that
right?
pen,
You know, that's
they're
obviously
feral.
where the Tech
And I will
M1 and
readily
2
admit,
goes.
I mean, not even on
Gold
purpose,
pan
but
out there
we
stabbing
have
hogs, or what's his
shot
name,
while
spearing
hunting
hogs
pigs
from
that
a
had ear
tree.
tags.
I mean,
You know,
you can
meaning
learn
that at
that
one
skill from
point,
there, but
that
that's
was a
not the
farm
general.
pig.
That's not
It's not anymore.
how we
And what it's doing is
process
it's
that
breeding
system.
like
But
crazy
without that
out
gravity,
there with
without
a feral boar,
some
and
kind
it's just
of
creating more feral
stable
pigs.
system,
So like I
say,
said,
hey, you
once
know
they're on the
what,
wrong
that
side of
is
the
what
fence,
we had to
they're
deal
fair
with. This
Well, we
is
should
where we
explain
are,
to people
and
what
waste
happens to pigs, right?
happens here.
I've talked about it on the
Obviously,
podcast
soldiers
before, but
take
people
machine
haven't
guns.
heard that
This
episode. There's a
is a
physiological
byproduct of the
change that
rocket
happens to
taking
pigs when
off
they get wild. So
before
when
the
you're
technology
saying
gets so
that
good
these
where
are pigs, they're wild
Bob
pigs, people are
Lazar
like,
is
wait,
going to
but they're
explain
boars.
to you
Boars are different
collisions
than
of
pigs.
calcium and
It's all called
plutonium and
scrophal, right?
Fermilab
Correct.
because
Correct.
And once
these
they
are cells.
escape,
These
within
are
months,
tip and
their hair
lattice
can become
structures
shaggier. And we're talking about the
to
same pig, not
design
its
the
offspring.
Ingram's
Right.
angle
Their hair
on
can
this
become
to deal
shaggier,
with the
and their
curvature
snouts will
of
elongate
just
in
it
order
being
to
an
allow
object
them to
out there.
root
What's
more
the spin on
effectively, 'cause
this?
that's one of
What's
their
the
primary ways of
nasty?
feeding.
What's the good,
It's rooting,
positive?
and that's
What's
the
the
most
neutral
destructive
on
way. I
this?
mean, they
Well,
can dig 3 feet
there's
down
has to be a
in
value to
soft
those
dirt,
things. It's not
and
like
they're
there
getting
is
roots,
not
they're
a
getting
value to those
insects,
things.
they're-
If somebody
they're
tells you
omnivores.
something like that, believe me.
and they'll go after anything.
12 Texas
so
judges
once they get
are gonna
out,
look
they
at
go
you
feral
like
quick. They
you
get
running
street smarts. too.
negative
I mean, they
E
go nocturnal. I mean,
on what
they're
this
smart,
is here
smart animals.
because
And
that's
so
that's
you add
what
all this
happens.
together,
That's how we do
you know,
the law of that
the herds
function.
that were initially brought here
Not-
for food, and then further
you would
domestic
say
herds,
clearly
and then you have escapees over hundreds
It wouldn't
of
matter
years
where this
of
kind of plays off to. I'm just kind of
settling
banking it from
in
the
this
military.
country,
It's all
and you've got
Texas
the
anyway.
escaped domestic hogs.
Yeah,
Then you've
more
got
fucking
hogs
military
specifically
bases
brought
over
in for
there.
hunting,
Than,
namely
so
your Russian boars.
why not double it
your
down?
Eurasian
Why
boars,
not use that
which are kind of the
in the
big hairy
barracks? I mean,
razorbacks.
you're taking
And
How
tax
much different are
dollars,
those?
right?
Is it all? It's still
And-
the same species, right?
Yes, it is, and they're. I mean,
well,
they're.
then it gets into
they're-
stuff
it's like,
about
I
amino
believe,
acids and
you know,
breeding
not-
later
I don't
on,
want to
diverse
stand by it, but I believe
diets
it's just like a
and-
subspecies. There's one more Latin name after
look,
Sus scrofa.
The body, as
for the
much as I
Eurasian.
love vegetables
But
and fruit
freely
and everything
interbreeding.
like
It's
that,
not
there's
like-
a
I mean,
reason.
They're not hybrids where they're
Given
not.
the
Well, they make
starch,
hybrids.
Right, but the
type
hybrids
B
are
starch
viable.
or something like
Absolutely.
that. That's like
Yes,
it's
not
all
like
fiber.
a
Your body
hybrid,
doesn't
like a
break it
liger,
down
really can't
like
break
it breaks down meat,
No, nothing like that.
right? And so that's not as
then you've got
beneficial. That's why
some kind of specific areas. California
I get
had
the
a lot
protein,
of Russian
I get
boars
the
brought in, and there's
additives, I
certain areas
love
in
how
Texas,
you
the
can
Powderhorn
enrich a
Ranch
thing like
down near
that. But
Port
when
O'Connor
somebody
was
says something
one
stupid to
that
you like
had
that, and it's
brought-
like, yeah,
some
that's
brought in
great, above a
specifically
demographic,
and
you
deposited there.
cannot say
Is the difference
things
in the flavor
below
or
this
the
line.
way
Now,
they
if you would have
look,
done
like
that,
the flesh?
there would
it
be
would
very
really
hard to
determine
argue
that
somebody's
now because
standards
most of them
inside here.
over the years have interbred
Because then
with
you know,
your
you
standard
are this. You're
feral
quantifying that it
breed.
was
And so
this. And if you look at the number,
populations,
the reason
of
you would
those
have to
hogs
do
are very
that
hard to
is
find.
this system. Now,
It's debatable whether the Powderhorn Ranch population
law is only as good
purebred
as those
Russian
who uphold
boar.
it.
I've read,
It's like
I've
if
read
I'm not
different
out
things
there
about
running
it.
that
Some say
rabbit kelk
that
in
it's not,
town,
some say that it is.
It's a high fence.
then
It's got a
I'm
high fence
only
around
up
it.
to
It's had
the
one since
game
the
warden
1920s,
for
I
waste
believe.
not,
Oh, wow.
whatnot inside
And
here.
so
But
whenever
when you
they
look at
brought
the
in
number,
the
it's like
boars,
Why would
those
they
are the
lie?
same breeding
The deer
population.
tags in the region
Right, they think, but a fence
have to be
doesn't mean shit
controllable
to a
because
pig. You know,
otherwise
they go
next
under
year
it,
they're not
any
going to
way
make any
around it
money
that they
on
can.
giving off tags,
Flood
and that's
waters come
sensible.
up, they can
It's like
swim,
why no
you know,
laws and everything
it's-
because you're
so
going to be in the
it's not
woods,
known, but there is
and when
one
that time comes
sequestered
down because you got a
population
problem with
of feral
Larry and
hogs
he
in
knows
the
your
United
hunting
States,
site
and
and you
that's on
don't come
Ossabaw
home,
Island off the coast of
those are
Georgia.
the people we send.
And so
They
that
know
was
those
an
woods. It's
Iberico
better than
hog,
sending the cops from the
brought over
local
here by the
community
Spanish.
into that
Pointy
system. The
hats,
training
long brown
differential is
robes.
negative E,
They dropped some
positive
hogs on
E,
that island.
to which is
And that
beneficial
island
in
has
that form. I'm not
sustained
saying
a
negative E
population
wouldn't
of
be
purebred
beneficial in
Iberico
saying,
hogs
but
to
in this
this
form to the right hand
It's
rule,
called Ossabaw Island.
Texas
They have an Ossabaw Island hog, which
versions
is a purebred Iberico
of
hog, which is the same hog that produces the $150
accepting and evaluating that law to some standard. How do I know? It's
Serrano ham.
debatable.
Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free